As the world mourns Pope Francis, history's most secretive transfer of power begins. White Smoke, the path to a new pope, guides you through this momentous transition. We explain exactly what happens next, leading to the dramatic conclave vote. Learn how each ritual unfolds, what each tradition means, and why these ancient ceremonies still matter today. Follow along as the throne of St. Peter stands empty and a new chapter in church history begins. White Smoke, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you know what a group of flamingos is called? That's just one of thousands of facts you'll discover on 5 daily trivia questions. Hi, I'm Mark Ellison. Join me every weekday for 5 mind-expanding questions about everything from ancient history to modern technology. Perfect for impressing friends or dominating your next pub quiz. 5 daily trivia questions. And the answer, a group of flamingos, is called a flamboyance. 5 daily trivia questions.
Caloroga Shark Media.
Hi there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Good job by the scientists and good use of technology. A deaf girl tried on a pair of high-tech $1,500 glasses which allow her to see conversations in real time. Kendall was born profoundly deaf due to malformations in her inner ears. Her mother saw Caption glasses on TikTok. The glasses transcribe speech into words in real time and display them on the lenses. Mom said Kendall had no idea these even existed, so when she put them on, I started talking. She was completely shocked. She was just blown away. She even cried a little bit because she couldn't believe she could see what I was saying right in front of her. How awesome. The glasses connect via Bluetooth to an app that uses voice recognition technology to transcribe spoken words onto a tiny screen embedded inside the lenses. Mom says she can't hear herself speak, so she uses the glasses to check if she's pronouncing words right. She'll say, "Mom, Mom, Mom," and wait to see if it pops up. When it does, she gets so excited. The glasses also store conversations in the app, meaning that Kendall can review important discussions later, such as instructions from her teachers or doctors. Mom says this is a huge step for inclusion. These glasses provide full access to conversations in real time, and that is life-changing. That's awesome. Good news for a local turtle who had fallen into a sewer, this in Florida. A turtle in the sewer led to all sorts of jokes about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This turtle, neither a mutant nor a ninja. Captain Wilkins and his team received the call from a local. The captain says the call came to the firehouse and the lady was obviously distraught. She was telling us the turtle was in a drain. It had been there for 3 or 4 days. She called multiple people to help it out and no one was coming. The turtle was in a storm drain. There was enough water to keep the turtle's skin moist, but around the turtle were piles of muck and debris. The police held up the turtle and asked what he should be called. Some children said, "Mr. Pickles," because he had gotten himself in a pickle. A mountain in New Zealand has been granted the same legal rights as a human. The indigenous people there consider the mountain to be their ancestor. Maunga was granted human rights. The rights will be used to uphold the mountain's health and well-being, including protecting the wildlife that flourishes there. A newly created entity will be the voice of the mountain. The entity will include members of the Maori community and members appointed by the country's conservation minister. Taranaki is the 3rd natural feature in New Zealand to be granted legal personhood. Nice job in Colorado. One city no longer has any homeless veterans living on the street. In 2023, the mayor of Denver launched the All In Mile High initiative to reduce all homelessness in the city. The program prioritized ending veteran street homelessness. Street homelessness means when someone lives on the street or in other places not intended for human habitation, with no safe or sheltered place to go at night. The city sheltered more than 2,200 people experiencing homelessness, and as of December, the city officially ended street homelessness among veterans. White Smoke. The path to a new pope explores humanity's most elaborate and secretive transfer of power, a process now unfolding following the death of Pope Francis. This series reveals the hidden rituals, ancient traditions, and behind-the-scenes drama of papal transition. As the Catholic world enters this solemn period of mourning and anticipation, join us in witnessing how the Church has perfected this sacred process over 2,000 years, and what happens in these crucial days when the throne of St. Peter stands empty. White Smoke brings listeners inside the conclave that will determine who will succeed Pope Francis and lead the Church into its next chapter. White Smoke, wherever you get your podcasts.
You can get this podcast completely ad-free right now. If you're on Apple, just click the banner that says uninterrupted listening, and you'll get your first month free. If you use Spotify or other podcast players, go to caloroga.com/plus. It's just $5 a month, and you'll get access to over 20 premium shows with no interruptions. Binge listen to new series like the political thriller Acting President, Signal Lost, where military secrets land on the wrong phone, and Pager Protocol, the thriller about exploding pagers in the wrong hands. Plus, enjoy daily shows like Palace Intrigue about the royal family, daily comedy news, and 5 daily trivia questions to test your knowledge, and White Smoke, taking you behind the scenes at what's happening right now at the Vatican. You also get all our hot shows like 5 good news stories. Enjoy your favorite content without any ad breaks. Remember, Apple users click the uninterrupted listening banner for your free first month, and everyone else head to caloroga.com/plus. Get ad-free listening today.
And good news for Nicole, she's not dead. She explains she was left frightened and surprised as a text informed her she was dead. According to the Maryland Motor Vehicle Administration System, she told NBC4, "It appears that I am deceased." I'm tempted to go into the ex-parrot sketch here, but I won't. I got a little frightened, I'm not going to lie, and surprised. I'm alive. I'm here. The DMV types told her she can't renew her license. Then she got a letter from the IRS describing her as a deceased taxpayer. It gets less funny. Health insurance for the mom and her 3 kids were canceled. She said, "This really, really messes up my life. It has affected me a lot. It's affected my health." She then got a call from Social Security who said, "Oh, typo, sorry. You see, a funeral home tried to report someone else dead and got a digit wrong in the Social Security number and submitted Nicole's number instead." The Social Security Administration told NBC4, "Hey man, our records are highly accurate. Less than 0.33% of the 3 million death reports we get every year are corrected." That suggests, though, that this happens to around 10,000 people every year. Attorney Joseph McClelland told the network, and this happens on an almost daily basis. The impact is the worst impact you can have on your credit report. And those are 5 good news stories for today. If you enjoy the program, tell a friend about it. Hopefully they'll enjoy it too. If you would like the program without commercial interruption, if you're on Apple Podcasts, there's a banner. It says uninterrupted listening. Click on that. For $4.99 a month, you'll get the program without commercials and also some other shows on the network, including daily comedy news, which I host 7 days a week. If you're not on Apple Podcasts, there's a link in the show notes that'll tell you how you can do it on other podcast platforms. Have an awesome day.
This country was built on a distinctly American work ethic. But today, work is in trouble. We've outsourced most of our manufacturing to other countries. And with that, we sent away good jobs and diminished our capability to make things. American Giant is a clothing company that's pushing back against this tide. They make a variety of high-quality clothing and activewear, like sweatshirts, jeans, dresses, jackets, and so much more. All made right here in the USA, from growing the cotton to adding the final touches. So when you buy American Giant, you create jobs for seamsters, cutters, and factory workers in towns and cities across the United States. And it's about more than an income. Jobs bring pride, purpose. They stitch people together. If all that sounds good to you, visit American-Giant.com and get 20% off your first order when you use code STAPLE20 at checkout. That's 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com with promo code STAPLE20.